Hello and welcome back.
So no, it's drinking my tea.
I did do it again.
Newsbag.
Hello.
Okay, we're starting. I've got it out of the
You can do it
system.
now.
Hello again. For fuck's sake.
This is where you get the...
After all these false starts.
Welcome to Newsbag. Welcome to Newsbag. Welcome to Newsbag. Welcome to Newsbag. Welcome to...
Hello again. Welcome back to Newsbag, episode 14.
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Newsbag is the podcast where we go and ask journalists at the end of the day. It's 5 to 5. They haven't quite got their quota yet. And we go, oh, Barry, what are you working on at the moment? and they say something like, oh, the car lost its tyre and it rolled down a hill. And boss is like, yeah, get that in there. That's a story.
And we're
That
like,
is literally
yes.
the best one of those you've ever done.
It was.
That
yeah.
was good.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, that made me chuckle.
maybe I shouldn't just think so hard about it. Just go for it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you chuckle, Jamie.
I had tried to do it silently so you could get it all out. So I don't want to ruin it, because you wouldn't be able to do it again, would you? That well.
No, it's true.
That was good.
Cheers.
I liked it too.
There's a silent laugh, still a laugh.
Yeah, because I like do that thing where I do the same as my mum, like we wobble when we laugh. We don't really laugh out loud.
Yeah.
It's sort of how you've made me feel more than
Okay, yeah, that's right.
how it makes you feel.
That's not actually how we get our stories, by the way, but it should be.
You can tell which ones are 5 to 5, can't you?
So as you may hear, I'm here with my partner Hannah
Hello.
and my friend Jamie,
Good morrow.
and I'm Chris. Hello.
I really wanted to watch him say hello to himself when he did.
And we've each brought a story for your amusement. Before we get to those then, I was going to ask you, Jamie, actually, because I know that you just... So last episode you just signed up for the gym. I think you were struggling with the running machine. So I just wanted to check that you've got that cool under control now.
Yeah, pretty confident on the running machine now.
Yeah?
And I delved into the weight section
Okay.
last time I went as well.
Is this like the weights section where they're like on the floor and you pick them up
Yeah,
on the
free
machines?
weights,
Or we have to
Yeah, that's
wait
the word I was looking for.
And the gym I go to, I quite like, because every time I've gone there so far, normally it's like literally filled with hundreds of people in the weight section. They all know what they're doing.
It's
They're
intimidating.
all carrying 10 times the weight that I am.
Packing.
Hardly anybody
No?
in that section, which is quite nice.
Is that why you decided to brave it?
Yeah.
That's good.
And yeah, I got on alright. My arms ached for about 3 days afterwards. To the point I actually felt a little bit ill.
Trying to pick Bertie up like, ooh.
Excellent work. I just hope you didn't do it all while watching yourself in the mirror.
Not all of it. It's
Sneaky
good
little
to
look
look
at the
at
end.
technique.
Yeah? I'm glad you
Yeah.
said technique.
Yeah.
The
Keep
form.
your back straight and all that jazz.
Which depends what
Bend
you're
your
doing.
knees. So I told her to like lift something, isn't it? Bend the knees.
And the knees when you're picking up and that, yeah.
What were you doing?
Squatting. No, I was doing some bicep curls, doing some
Yeah, sure.
tricep stuff.
Sure.
I feel like we're starting to sound like
shoulders.
normal gym people. Can we just
Yeah.
stop this? I feel this is...
Did the bit of press, did you? Overhead press?
Yeah. Just sort of went over to all the other people and was just giving it. Don't even notice
Just over
the weight.
that.
I used to do that just because I used to have my tattoos are perfectly in line for me to be able to do that. I got them there as well.
Oh, yeah.
And people would be like, oh, nice tattoos.
Is that why you got them done like that?
No, it's just happy coincidence.
But now,
It's coming into play now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that tattoo as high up as I just did there.
Yeah. Goes all the way up to there. Like,
That's nice. It looks like it says Carpe Diem.
it does, yeah.
Yeah, seize the news. That means.
I knew I'd be on a news podcast.
Here we go. Homer Simpson makes return appearance in Norfolk town.
That implies he's been here already.
Yeah.
Have you remember any Simpsons episodes where?
No, but could you imagine that?
Walking down. Oh, here he is.
Joe, I'm going to start with a picture. Sorry, listeners, I will put this.
I know what
up.
Homer Simpson looks like.
No, I feel like you need to see it. So this is the actual. This is the actual picture
Okay.
of Homer Simpson making a return appearance in a Norfolk town.
What?
If you want to Photoshop that in.
Jamie, do you want to describe the picture?
So, it's
not photoshopped.
It's a field next to a fairly busy road by the looks of it. And Homer Simpson is dressed as some sort of... looks like a Mountie. Sort of
He's got a
peering out of
speech
the...
bubble. What's he thinking?
It's a lawnmower.
Yeah, he's thinking about a lawnmower and he's in some long grass.
Why is he only up to like his... He's up to his torso.
Yeah.
That's weird. I like the feature. Get someone else to describe the picture.
Yeah, I like it. Sit back.
New feature.
If only I'd had my snack before.
I had to stand up and get away from the microphone as well, so.
New feature returns to Norfolk.
A much-loved Simpsons character has appeared in a Norfolk town. Homer Simpson can now be spotted reclining on a sofa I haven't shown you this picture yet. Reclining on a sofa in Cranwich Road near Thetford. So the picture I just showed you was before. This is why he's appeared. He's back. Here he is again. Chris, describe the picture.
Yeah, so again, it's just a field. That's this time of a gate in the background. And I think that's a real sofa with a cardboard cutout of Homer on it.
I'll read down and see if it says.
That doesn't look... His head doesn't
It looks
look
really
like...
photoshopped, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think it is a real sofa, you're right.
Yeah.
Very weird. So the Homer Simpson cutout has been spotted. I wasn't it's that hard to spot from the photo. It's not
Right.
like hidden.
What's that? What's that yellow? What's that yellow man that I can entirely see there on the
It
sofa?
looks remarkably like Homer Simpson. So he was spotted in the tall grass on the roundabout on Munford Road, Thetford, next to the Fyson Way Industrial Estate. Too much information.
Yeah.
Drivers have been greeted by the long-running cartoon character as he dreams about a lawnmower to cut the overgrown plants. Homer Simpson definitely wouldn't be dreaming about that.
No, he hates mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
Famously hates
Definite.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The piece has been created by an artist who calls themselves Pranksy.
Oh my days. I hate this now.
Have we just found out who's responsible for the Thetford oranges?
It might be the same person.
Oh.
They were behind a similar piece. They were behind, the artist behind, a similar piece showing Homer sat on a sofa in April earlier in the year. So yeah, okay, so the sofa one was from before.
He's obviously trying to make a point. Is he just saying
He's
like...
trying to be a Banksy, and he's
Yeah.
being very unoriginal about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I think he was trying to make a point.
The
So-
grass is too long in
Well-
this field.
How long has this
Apparently-
sofa been on this beach?
Not a beach.
Was it not?
Where did that come from?
Jamie, you described the picture.
Not the sofa one.
Oh, no, I didn't show Jamie that one. It was just in the field.
Well, you turned the laptop around so both of us could see it.
I thought that was by a beach. I apologise.
Thanks for the apology. It was to highlight the problem of fly tipping in the area, but was stolen soon after it was displayed.
And then fly tipped.
A note on the back of the new cutout reads, "If you must steal Homer, please dispose of him responsibly. Thank you, Pranksy."
Wow. What a noble cause. Is he against fly tipping, or is he... Because he's just fly tipping. That's just a sofa in the field.
He's trying to like make a point about fly tipping, but he's fly tipping, I think. What's the definition of fly tipping?
Yeah, just literally stop and just chuck all your stuff out.
Just big
Inside
rubbish.
the road.
Big rubbish.
What
Just
was the
big
point of the
rubbish.
grass one?
Wow, if there was
I
a
hope
point
that's
of
not
it.
fly tipping because he's thinking about a lawnmower. How does that make sense?
Do you think that one's supposed to be about the environment? It doesn't say, so we're going to have to guess.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a bit like me going up to, I don't know, City Hall and spray canning on it. Do not graffiti on here.
Spray cannon.
I'm not a...
Spray canner.
I'm not a cool person who does graffiti, am I?
It's supposed to be done in a way where it sort of provokes thought.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
these have just confused people. Us,
They have.
anyway.
I don't think they've got a good enough link between Homer Simpson and fly tipping, or
No.
like. But it doesn't matter what we think because the roundabout's new edition has been welcomed by residents, with one saying, "Brilliant! It keeps us amused to see this." So if the people are happy with it,
Don't know harm, is it?
But they haven't taken the message away. That he
Because
was
it's written on
hoping
the
that
back.
people- Yeah.
nobody said that they've learnt a valuable lesson.
No. Well, is there a comment of the story?
There's no comment of the story, and that is the end of the story.
That's my segment, so don't stop it. I'll keep the story on there.
Jamie had nerve in his
I
eyes.
just love, like, if you're going to fly tip, it's okay if you put a Simpsons couch on it. You know?
And is he eventually going to take away that sofa?
Who, Homer Simpson?
No, the person that's...
Don't know,
put the-
fly tipped.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate this.
Pranksy, Homer Simpson makes return appearance in Norfolk town.
I mean, Pranksy, I find it quite funny, but I'm not sure Jamie's on side.
It's just-
I'm a bit angry with it as well.
But that says to me that he's not thought about it.
He's above the law.
If he'd have called it something completely different, you might then... But he sort of thought, I'll try and be a bit like Banksy.
But also, like, don't make a joke if you're then going to try and make a serious, like, social
Call
commentary.
yourself
on.
Pranksy as well, like I'm doing pranks.
Oh,
I've never seen Jamie that's angry.
This is awful.
Pranksy, if you're listening, you know there's a fairly famous artist called Banksy. Do you know you're kind of putting yourself in
I
that?
put stuff out there and people
Not
are
sure
like,
you-
oh, what's this about? Oh, I think this is about war. This is like, should I cut the grass or not? Why has this person left the sofa out with Homer Simpson on? Oh, read the back of it. He hasn't.
I've got a new mission to make Jamie as angry as we can with my next lot of stories. That's my new mission. I'm going to try it.
Can we theme next week?
I don't know if I get angrier than this one. This is unbelievable.
Wow, you can't make him jump, but you can make him angry.
Oh, massively.
Do you think it's time for a snack bag to make sure that
Yeah, I think
Jamie calms down? Because I think it's real good to turn.
Pranksy.
I'm gonna have a turn.
Pranksy.
I'm happy, but I also feel bad that I've made Jamie so
grabbing the
angry.
snack bag.
Get the snack bag to calm things down.
There it is. Everyone loves the snack bag.
It's good. Do you need 5 minutes out?
No,
There's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm just gonna go for the biggest bag there is this time. Gosh.
Oh, I love them.
Love these are so good.
Oh.
Can you describe what I've got there?
Crispy coated peanuts.
Yes. Are they the sweet chilli ones? Because if not, they're the ones I meant to get.
They are sweet chili flavour.
I don't think I've ever had these.
Oh my god, Jamie. It's never had them.
These are so addictive.
Here's hoping
They're
I
so
like them.
I
addictive.
guarantee the bag will be empty in 4 minutes.
Do you like peanuts?
I do.
Do you like crispy coating?
Yeah.
Yes,
no
but
looking
not on a
back.
peanut.
Honestly, we all know. Let's just wait a minute while Jamie tries his first 7.
We're struggling to open these. Oh, there's a little notch there.
Give it a go.
Okay, open. No, don't open wide. Put your hand out, actually.
Let's watch him while he
Handles
has his first. They're good, aren't they?
They are good.
Can I have a few? Who's telling us I can crunch, can't I? Because I'm not storying now.
Yeah.
Right,
who's doing headlines this week? I think it's
Me, I think. Oh, shit.
Hannah.
I've done it. Okay.
Shall I go?
Yeah, Jamie, you go. Why don't you go second?
Cyclists blast embarrassing new cycle track, which has trees in the middle.
Good old Norwich. I'm guessing it's Norwich.
Pranksy, what you do? You've upped your game, mate.
So I'm going to give EDP some credit here because I do actually enjoy this story.
Okay.
There's a lot of good information. They've actually made the effort to go out and get pictures as well.
Okay.
Have you got the reporter's names? I feel like we should give them a shout out.
It's a really good shout. Dan Grimmer.
Ah, well done, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Doing your bit.
Impressed.
I mean, it's not always great material for Newsbag if it's a good story, but
Yeah.
this time it's worked.
You're probably new there and you're probably still trying to do your job properly. That's what I'd assume. So, a new cycle lane put in as part of a £2.75 million Norwich City Centre shake-up has been branded as an embarrassment by a cycling group because it has trees in the way.
Again, it is the headline again.
Yeah. It's not really a shake-up because there's already many miles of cycle paths, cycle lanes around
But let's not
Norwich.
forget the pedestrianisation of Norwich.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a shake-up. I'd say just continuation of what they have been doing.
Yeah, okay. So what's new about these? Well, obviously they've got trees in the middle.
This cycle lane goes up Prince of Wales Road.
Oh, does it?
So, as you guys will know, Prince of Wales Road is a one-way road, so cars can only go one way.
Yeah.
But the bikes can go up that road now via the cycle path. So that seems pretty good.
Okay, reasonable.
However,
I've seen a lot of roadworks down there. Is that they're making this? Is that from making this cycle lane?
yeah, and they've also closed off a couple of the roads that used to be able to go back on itself. So making it less easy for cars to get around.
So quite a lot of work that's gone into this.
Yeah.
Are these trees there so that the nightclubbers can come out of the clubs on Prince of Wales Road and then just urinate against the tree at 4 a.m?
Or maybe so the cyclists will hit a tree and not those drunk people.
Why are there trees in the middle? It seems like an oversight. I hope you've got the answers.
So, Norwich Cycling Campaign has hit out at the Prince of Wales Road track because it has trees in the track. They've gone for a third. This is basically the headline again.
Slightly different wording.
They say they are appalled at the incompetent way Transport for Norwich, a partnership between Norwich County Council and Norwich City Council, is building the track. They say it's not the high quality route which was promised, and it said it would be unusable.
Is it actually they can't use it?
This is ridiculous. Why didn't someone go, we can't cycle down here, there's a tree in the way?
I've got photos which I can show you.
But this is baffling, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't until I see the picture. I can't quite understand, but I'm baffled.
Can you see that? So
Yeah.
the black tar bit is the cycle lane.
I mean, that is pretty stupid because at first I thought, right, okay, the tree is at the side, so but the grounding bit that the tree's in does come right out to over half
basically
of
like
the...
half of it, yeah.
The actual usable cycle path is about 5 inches wide.
In all seriousness, that is stupid.
Yeah. Why they never thought of that. One of the comments, which isn't comment of the story,
I
somebody
can't wait to
said,
comment the story on this.
why haven't they just walked down there and had a look before they decided where to put it?
Because when I, undertake large construction projects, I always do it with my eyes shut.
Yeah.
Build it first and then see what it looks like.
Did they build... Were the trees already there, or did they build the track and then put the trees in?
The trees were already there.
I was going to say that makes a bit more sense, but it doesn't does it?
It doesn't make sense for me, just because you can clearly see here that there's even more path to the right of it, so they could have just put the cycle lane slightly more to the right.
Yeah, or just like on the other side of the pavement or something.
Yeah.
That's
This is my
amazing.
favourite photo, and this is the first photo in here. This is Richard Bierman from the Norwich cycling campaign.
47.
He knows what he's talking about.
Here he is. He's got his tape measure out. I like to think he didn't have a tape measure, and they were like, "Oh, we need a photo of you. Do you reckon you could just measure it?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
take
right
a picture. That's a great photo. That's a proper, journalistic photo, isn't it?
That's proper, yeah.
I would say I would have asked him to be slightly more angry in the photo.
He looks
Sort of
quite
looks alright
calm.
with it, yeah.
Well, you don't know anything about angry.
We've seen you angry today, Jamie.
So, this is my favourite. Literally my favourite bit of this story. A spokesman for Transport for Norwich, is that what it's called? Because I've just put TFN here.
Transport for Norfolk?
Yeah.
Norwich?
One of those. They've said, and I'm going to say it in the tone I think they've said it in. Comments are being passed on a scheme which is still under construction.
They've got the right to comment.
Wow.
The trees are at the edge of an extended pavement which will be levelled off, providing a much wider area for cycling, and the designs which were consulted on widely have all passed necessary safety checks.
Jamie, you got
Jamie's
so
voice.
panicked towards the end of the
I did.
sentence.
Where's this going?
With every word, it got harder and harder. He didn't know what he was reading.
Yeah, I did it the last line.
Yeah, they're blatantly backtracking on there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Also, what's that?
what do you mean? No, they're not finished yet. Of course there's going to be loads of room.
That looks pretty finished for where the cycle lane is, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. They've actually got the sides are all done. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's levelled.
So if I was cycling down there, I'd be like, right, this is the section that I can cycle down.
Yeah.
Pedestrians can be on either side of me.
And also, I bet they're panicking. So, the only thing we could do is cut down the trees, but we can't do that. I'd be even more furious. What are they thinking?
So Richard Bierman, who we've seen in the picture, he said, it's beyond belief that planners think cyclists or pedestrians will find this new cycle lane remotely acceptable.
I don't find it remotely acceptable.
If you could remote on it, that would be.
Imagine that. Imagine this conversation. Hi, Chris, my manager at Travel for Norwich or Norfolk.
That's how you address your manager.
Evening, Jamie.
Got an idea.
Yeah. Excellent.
So, you know how we've been putting in loads of cycle lanes, we've been pedestrianising Norwich?
Yeah, they've been going really
Thinking
well.
about shaking it up.
Okay, tell me your thoughts.
Cycle lane on Prince of Wales Road, one-way street.
Like it.
Bikes can go either way.
Like it. Yeah, excellent.
Trees in the middle.
Yeah. What?
Ridiculous. I've joined in.
Yeah. Can I get my manager in here, please, Hannah?
Yeah. No, I've heard something that's just ridiculous out there. What's going on here?
Yeah, no, you missed that. Jamie, say it again. Do you
Prince of
want
Wales Road,
Yeah.
one-way road.
Yep.
Cycle lane, stand side.
Yep.
Both ways for the cycles.
Yep. Like it.
Trees in the middle.
Yeah, no, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
What do you mean, go
Yeah,
ahead?
yeah, go ahead.
Environment, innit?
Don't listen to her.
Because it's cycling and trees. Yeah, I like it. Go ahead.
Make it more zen. Yeah? Environment and that.
Yeah, we could badge it up, can't we?
Yeah.
Together. Yeah, go ahead. See you tomorrow.
Glad you said that, because I've already started.
I think it's a terrible idea, Nish.
Getting your point in.
So do you want to hear comment of the story?
I do.
So, Gadget Autonomy, and they've got a fairly professional looking logo on their comment. So I hope this isn't somebody commenting from the company they own or work for.
Also, how big has Jamie written the words comment of the story on his page?
Yeah, but look how much of a gap I had on my notes. I just felt I needed to fill it. So, Gadget Autonomy has said, wow. Cyclists sure like to throw tantrums like spoiled entitled brats.
Wow.
Do you know what? Sometimes I do get it. Because you do see some cyclists that, don't follow the rules of the road. But I feel on this occasion they have got a valid point.
Absolutely, but I also think you could say that for people that drive cars.
Yeah, exactly.
People have their own laws on the roads. Imagine if a tree was planted in the middle of a road that cars drift down.
Drift down.
People go mental. I'm from Norfolk, right? You can't.
Is that a Norfolk thing?
Yeah.
I've never heard
Drift
this.
down.
Yeah.
I've
Ring,
never
ring,
heard-
ring, ring.
Really?
Oh, yeah, done with the road, mate.
Can I drift down
Gonna
now?
come down. Yep, absolutely. You're just gonna come down and check it's all. Yep, there was one small issue. I'm
Go
sure it
on.
won't be a problem. How wide are your cars that you tend to drive down?
Probably between 4 and 8 feet.
You wouldn't say they could get down a gap of about 2 feet on either side of a tree.
Why would you say that?
There's trees in the road.
Right.
We built the road and then we noticed there were trees
Why
there.
have you...
Wow, it's green.
Like, do you think it was like that where they like just noticed, like started building it, and as they were like getting to the edge of that, ooh, misjudge this.
I personally think the other person that wrote that comment of go and walk down there and have a look, I reckon they've just forgot there was trees there, and they've said they're going to go here, they're going to go down the middle of the path.
Probably.
The builders have just gone, that's what they want us to do, so we're going to do it.
We won't think it, just move it across slightly.
And then
Yeah.
they've gone,
Let's do it.
right. Why didn't you tell us there were trees here? We just did what you said.
So we're obviously not people for false promises, but I feel like I want to go and visit this. It is kind of on my way to work.
Actually, it's on my walk to work.
Is it? Go and
You
check it
get
out,
a
guys.
picture.
Go check it out
I'm
and
going to
report
take a
back.
selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Top story, Jamie.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You know, credit where credit's due. Well done, EDP.
I think just the effort of actually going out and getting some photos, getting a photo of the actual guy that had complained about it. B+ for me, that is.
Yeah. B+, be positive, be green.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm going to round things off with my story.
Eating peanuts still safe. I'm crunching.
I feel like we're going from one extreme to the other. So whereas Jamie has brought an important issue to the residents of Norwich, and if you are cycling, be careful. Here's one you might want to be aware of if you wear trousers. Man caught taking off trousers to try on women's jeans.
Is this a story about you, Chris?
Chris Pickering, 32. No, to try on women's jeans in the middle of Tesco. I know, I can't believe that. Okay, a man was caught taking off his trousers and trying on a pair of women's jeans in the middle of a Tesco store. All they've done is get in the headline and put the word store on the end. The, quotes, bizarre situation took place on September 18th when Matthew Kerwin, 31,
It's quite similar age.
of Barney Road, Felmoadstone.
I've given a lot of details there.
That's got a bit cumbersome, isn't it? Was captured on CCTV, taking off his tracksuit bottoms and trying on a pair of ladies' jeans in the Blue Ball branch of Tesco in Sproulston.
Do you think it's like, is he actually, like, because if he's a cross-dresser, that's fine, but I wonder if he's doing it, it's like, is he like a Mr. Pranksy? Is he like...
Is it Pranksy? No, well, actually, I'm going to come to you and
Okay.
get your thoughts. So although that happened on September 18th, this was only published this week,
When?
18th of October, which
Yeah.
is this week now for us.
Showed how out of date we are again.
Kerwin then proceeded to put his own possessions in the jeans pockets and remove a belt and jumper from a hanger and put those on as well.
Now it's getting a bit weird for me.
No,
Is he stealing them?
what has he done?
And now I was going to come to you, and what do you think's happening here?
Is he still trying to steal them?
You think he's trying to steal them?
Steal the
So he
women's
put the
jeans.
jeans on, he's taking the stuff out of his trousers, put them in the jeans, and put a belt on and what else?
And a jumper. Jumper? It's like a
In the
whole...
pocket?
No, he's put them on as well. So he's
Why-
basically
if you
put...
were going to steal something though, why was it in the middle of a shop? He surely could try and get in the changing room.
Sometimes that's the least
Yeah, I guess so.
He just did it in the middle of the store.
place to do it, isn't it?
Because you think, like, surely he's not doing that.
He did think you went, excuse me, you've got a changing rooms. Oh, I'm afraid they're occupied at the moment. Well, can you ask them to come out? Because I really need to try these on. So I can't really... I'm going to take them off. Unless you let me go in the changing
And
room
I'm going to
now.
put all my belongings in my pockets. So the jumper, was the jumper in... like, the jumper was a new jumper in Tesco that he put on as well?
Yep, so we got that off for hand.
Surely he's just put them on, he's thinking, right, I'm going to walk out, have these.
Because if you're going to steal something, that's the least... You know, they say hide it in plain sight.
It's in very plain sight.
Although, the cost is he's had to leave his own trousers in the shop, presumably.
Yeah, what did he do
Why?
with them?
Otherwise, it looks like he's stealing them if he just walks out with them.
Has he got a bag?
Details left
But
out.
why didn't he just... Do you know what, though? Ridiculous, because if you go to Tesco, I've done this before, any clothing in Tesco always has a security tag on. He's going to beat like mad when he goes out.
Exactly. Well, the next slide is appearing at Norwich Magistrates Court
Oh.
on October
It's not
18th.
gone well.
That's why it's such a recent story.
Ooh.
That was the Friday just gone. Kerwin pleaded guilty to attempted theft.
So he was like trying to steal. He wasn't just...
Yeah.
I wonder why he was stealing the women's jeans. Like, I wonder if it was him or for his partner.
I sort of think, I've not necessarily got a massive problem with him getting changed in the middle. He might just thought, it's just quicker just to do it here. I'll just
Yeah.
quickly whip these off. Like, women's jeans and men's jeans, they're not massively different. He might just like the shape of women's jeans. It might
Yeah.
suit his butt better.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted to try him out.
Yeah.
Might have a slender frame.
So like up until then, I'm like, he's just a guy just trying on some jeans.
But no, theft. He was a thief.
Trying to thief them, that's not...
I am intrigued. I'm like quite interested to see what happened to his original trousers.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about that.
Well, let's see.
They're on sale for $4.99.
Charity shop.
Local charity shop.
There's more to this.
Oh.
So he's also admitted being in breach of a conditional discharge for a previous offence. So he's got previous. He's got four.
previous.
Of course he has.
And that's relevant. He was also found in the possession of a bottle of beer and wine, which he had started to drink before leaving the store.
Wait till you get out.
He just like grabs and stuff
He's
himself.
just not giving two shits. Is he? He's just like, I'm going to have these things, so they catch me.
I feel like he wanted. He's
Put
making
the
this,
wine in his pockets of the jeans he's just put on.
it sounds like he did everything in his power to make sure they knew he was stealing.
That's what I mean. Does he just want to go to court? Or he just wanted to see what it was like?
Just want to look around the magistrates.
He's not tried to hide it, has he?
He's not tried. He was hiding in plain sight, but now there's no longer hiding if you're just drinking it. Mitigating, which I think means his defence lawyer,
Yeah.
Lucy Breakwell, told the court Kerwin could not explain his actions and fully acknowledge his wrongdoing. She said there was no suggestion Kerwin had damaged the goods he had tried on, so
did it gently.
he got the correct size.
Yeah.
Although I think he's damaged the beer and wine.
I was going to say, if you've opened a bottle of
That's
wine...
damaged. Jeans are intact.
Yeah. It's a bizarre situation and he cannot explain why it happened. I know
It's
he's
just
thinking.
a strange... I think
It's
we
just
can explain
odd.
what's happened.
Yeah.
Is he, does he know what's happening? Is he alright?
Well, there might be a bit of clarity on that in a second. So the court heard how on the day Kerwin had travelled to Norwich to meet friends, but had left them when they started smoking cannabis. So, he's friends with some potheads, but he left them, so...
Was he friends with that dog that got taken home by
I
a
also
police
just
car?
want to point
the
out,
other
if he
day?
hadn't have left them, it's not a hallucinogen.
No.
Smoking weed, it just makes you a bit relaxed.
Wouldn't make
or
you-
paranoid.
Seem to know a lot, Jamie.
Yeah.
I have actually never. I'll have you know.
I've never stolen a jumper and jeans from Tesco.
Yeah.
I've never stolen women's jeans.
So, like, even... Yeah, that's no excuse anyway.
No, exactly. I know.
Was he drunk?
Well,
I don't know, dude.
doesn't say.
Desperate, your eyes were like this, searching across the room.
There's just a little bit of flavour in the closing
Okay.
paragraph, so I'd just like to bring that out.
We'll sit back as you read this out.
Yeah.
Is the flavour jelly?
Jelly flavour.
Jelly flavoured. Jelly flavoured jelly.
So he travelled to Norwich because his friends started smoking cannabis, and a lack of buses to Fakenham had meant he found himself wandering around Tesco. The court also heard that he had spent the night before his court appearance sleeping rough in Norwich. As he was anxious, a lack of buses would prevent him from getting to the court for 9 a.m. So he was worried that he wouldn't be able to get to Norwich for 9 a.m. because the buses would all stop working or something.
But I mean, first played to making sure he was at the court, because a lot of people are just not...
Punctual.
So there's more to this story. I feel like it's
There's a lot more to this guy, yeah.
Be a guest next week.
Yeah.
Can we get Kerwin on?
What's his name? Girbin. If you're listening, I feel like every story has two sides, and I'd quite like to hear yours.
I don't think we've heard your side yet. I don't think the EDP here has given you your right time.
That was the right
They've
phrase.
given you the right time.
I don't know, part of me's feeling for Kerwin.
Yeah, that's something. I don't know. He's not quite. He's having an issue, isn't he? Finally, so you're thinking, okay, what was his punishment for all this? It sounds like they've been quite lenient.
Yeah.
Linda Lambert, chair of the bench.
Is that a real...
Chair of the bench.
The soul of bench.
Are they not just always judges?
Isn't that Homer Simpson?
Chair of the bench.
Isn't he chair of the bench? Not his chair of the sofa.
Is a car a boat?
Told Kerwin that after considering the evidence, the court would let his conditional discharge run and order him to pay £7.50 compensation for the wine he'd drunk.
Oh.
So not even for the jeans?
No.
So only had to pay?
I'm
The
actually
face-
took them back.
Cheap.
Took it back and then, why aren't you wearing anything else?
Why him for getting a decent bottle of wine? Just
£7.50?
£2 or £3.
For a few swigs, yeah.
So again, let's just think, like, across a whole county,
Mm.
is that like, and all the stories that must go to court, is that one of the most newsworthy?
This feels
£7
like, you know when like you chase for outstanding money
Yeah.
Petty.
and you're chasing for 80p?
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
does.
know.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Petty, innit?
Yeah. Petty.
Petty.
Yep.
Amazing.
Man caught taking off trousers to try on women's jeans in the middle of Tesco.
It's not something you see every day. Come to Norfolk.
As long as nothing's escaping his...
Yeah.
That's a different crime.
Yeah.
They're like, well, why couldn't you have stolen some underpants as well?
Is everybody ready to finish off the evening with some headlines?
Bow.
I'm absolutely ready for some headlines.
Okay.
Who was on it? I think
Me.
it's Hannah on the headlines this week.
Okay, so I've actually got some ready.
Have you? Excellent.
Here we go. Boss expands dog business by introducing 5 friendly what?
Dogs.
No.
Cats.
No.
Rabbits.
No.
Dog eggs.
No.
Is that a thing?
You get no.
Old age pensioners.
That would have been great.
Squirrels.
Alpacas.
How does that work? That's all you've got. Well, to be fair, this is just headlines.
The next headline. Make your own story up. Huge world first what outside Norwich set to create hundreds of jobs. World first.
Wow. Triplet clown wearing Wellingtons.
No.
Airport that takes you nowhere.
No.
Construction factory for those little...
No. Huge world first tomato greenhouse outside Norwich set to create hundreds of jobs.
Oh, nice. What are they doing there?
Home of the tomatoes. Again.
Is there no tomato greenhouse?
What can't
World
you...
first.
Don't they go on a farm?
Huge world first. I think it'd just be like the
only
biggest one, isn't
It's only
it?
100 jobs. Can't be that huge.
Just like a big one.
Aviva's got about 30,000 employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like maybe you don't normally get just a tomato greenhouse. Maybe normally they grow lots of stuff, and this is just tomatoes.
More of the news about that.
Imagine 100 people in a greenhouse.
That's hot, isn't it?
That's really hard.
That's really hot.
I don't want to work there.
Oh no.
Tell you who wouldn't mind working there. Doesn't mind getting naked.
Trouser man.
Yeah,
Oh, Kerwin.
I'd love it.
K-Dog.
Get Kerwin in there.
Kerwin, I think there's a job going there for you, mate.
World
If you
first.
ever lay off the booze and weed.
Passengers sit with what on leaking Greater Anglia train?
Other passengers. Sit with the driver.
No.
Sit with that
Bucket of
little,
water.
No.
that little wet spot on the seat where...
No. They probably were sitting with that.
Alpaca.
No. Passengers sit with hoods up on leaking Greater Anglia train. That was nearly a story of mine, but it didn't. The story, like the headline was good, and then the story didn't quite live up.
And I could tell there's going to be no detail whatsoever in that story.
The story was basically they were on a train from Norwich to Peterborough, maybe it made that bill, and there was some leaking in the train, and one passenger was taking a picture of the table with some rain on it. Yeah, that's it from me. That's my headlines done.
I like those. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Hannah, for the headlines, and thanks, everyone, for your stories. Thank you myself, them as well.
Yeah.
Got it right this time as well.
Just before we go, I feel like we should mention the fact that halfway through that podcast, Jamie, we saw Jamie angry, didn't we?
Yeah.
Then we also saw Jamie cry.
Yeah.
Why did you cry, Jamie?
Because Ricky Gervais has liked one of our tweets and there's a picture of me.
This has made Jamie, I think, has made his life.
To be fair, it's probably the biggest news we've ever had on this podcast.
So if you check out our Twitter, where we've got a photo of Jamie just kind of, doing David Brent.
Yeah.
And Ricky's liked it, so man himself.
At Newsbag Podcast.
Ricky, if you're listening, we'd love to get you on as a guest.
You know what, actually?
Our first guest.
You know what I will say for Ricky Gervais? There's a fairly famous YouTuber called Jackmate. He's from Norwich.
Jackmate.
And Ricky Gervais quite enjoys his content and he has appeared on his podcasts.
Really?
So stranger things have happened.
Watch
Yeah.
this space.
Watch this space.
Ricky Gervais next week on Newsbag.
We are quite, we're booking up fast, Ricky, so places are filling.
Yep.
So get in touch quick.
We've got an alpaca, a tomato greenhouse worker, and then Ricky Gervais. Coming up.
We could have that guy from the Farm Olympics that turned up once in week, Chris.
Yeah, so he's our first guest, isn't he? We've already had our first guest, or Jack.
Jackmate.
Oh, here he is.
He's back.
Oh, guys, you never unlocked the door.
Different impression this time, so that's annoyed me.
He's annoyed again.
He's back to annoying
I was on a real high a second ago.
If you're listening and you think you have a story which you'd love to feature on the podcast, then send it in and get a little name check. We'd love to hear from you. And why don't you subscribe to us as well if you're enjoying our stories, then
It's a good idea.
you can find out when our new episodes come out. We're on Twitter at...
Newsbag Podcast.
I've not listened to a word you said because I'm just looking at Ricky Gervais liking that tweet.
He's being serious. I was just staring at his phone for the whole time.
on Instagram at...
Newsbag Podcast.
An email address, newsbag.podcast or newsbagpodcast@gmail.com.
Right in.
And for now, our news bag is empty. Bye-bye.
Bye. Gervais just liked our tweet? Have you actually? Oh my god, Ricky Gervais has just liked a picture of Jamie. Are you sure he has?
Jamie.
Oh, is he lying?
Oh, Jamie's got all red.
He has! Ricky Gervais has just liked our tweet.
Let's have a look. How does that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jamie, has this made you...
Oh my god, this is the best thing in the world.
This
If you
literally
follow
made
us
my
just
life.
now.
How'd you find that?
Good hell.
He's actually chuffed.
Shoot.
We've seen a lot of emotions from Jamie that we didn't
Yeah, I know. You've got the
It's
whole...
a bit of
Anger.
roller coaster of a...
It has, isn't it? A whole range.
Sorry.
I never even heard the trousers story yet.
Oh god.
It's actually get a little watery eyed then.